Hey everybody, and welcome to part 37 of this Platinum Let's Play. On the last episode we took down the champion of Sinnoh after many failed attempts, and became the champion ourselves. So yeah, eventually after we start playing again, which I haven't done in forever, we'll wake up in our room, of course. The game in After Game is very non-linear. You can do pretty much whatever the hell you want. There are new areas to explore, new legends to catch, that kind of thing. But as we first step down, our mum tells us that Barry came over, telling us we should go over to Snow Point. However, at this point, to really go any further, you've essentially got one big battle coming up. As soon as you go to the place where you need to go from Snow Point. But after that one battle, you can't really do anything there until you get the National Dex. So what I think we'll do is, we'll head over to the resort area, fight area, I think that's it, because there's so many different areas over there. And let's just double check, fight area, from Snow Point. And then after the big battle, which is going to be difficult, we will head over to Lake Verity and Lake Valor and Lake Acuity to catch Uxie, Mesprit and Azelf. I'm just going to quickly look at my Pokédex. I'm up to 207. Mesprit makes 208. Uxie makes 209. Yeah, okay, so I just need those three, and then other than that, I'm completely set for National Dex. So essentially, if you've been watching all of these videos, you will have found all 207 Pokemon. And then the very last three are caught by, found by going to the lakes. After you choose to go to the battle zone, Cynthia will come over. I thought you would come. I'm glad I waited for you. Oh, hello. I think it's good that our world is constantly changing. Of course, I don't want it to become what only one person wants. A world like Cyrus envisions, no one would want that. The kind of world I want to see is where everyone can share their joy, where Pokemon and the people around them can be happy for each other. I want the world to become a place where everyone is smiling. The world could be so much better if we all tried to make it that way. I want you to keep travelling to many far off places. I want you to keep meeting all kinds of people and Pokemon. I came all the way here just so I could say that to you. Your horizons will expand if you visit the fight area as well. I hope our paths cross again. Well, that was very irrelevant, but whatever. It's nice to see Cynthia, I guess. But we will be seeing her again, because in Platinum the levels of the Elite Four increase, like they do in Fire Red, so we'll be taking them on again. Probably finishing the series with that, just like I did in Fire Red. Oh hey John, what took you so long? I'm finding you 100 million. Actually, never mind the fine, come with me, will you? Oh, crap, I don't know who I'm leading with. We'll have to see. I think I'm leaning with Hopper, actually. Sean, I tried to get into the Battle Frontier, which happens to be right here. Battle Frontier is different to the Battle Tower. We'll find out in just a... Well, actually, I'll do it in a future episode. Then these guys came along and got in my face about it. Like they're saying they want to test me if I'm good enough and all that. Like as if I need to prove anything, so let's team up, like we did at the Spear Pillar. Let's show those guys how good we are. He should know who they are. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright, I'll fight in just a second, but he should know who they are. I mean, to get here, you need to defeat the Elite Four and to defeat all the gym leaders. It's Volkner and Flint, so how can he not know who they are? It's just really confusing. I think you are going to be my best option, Gladiator. Just because Fire and Electric has got good super effective coverage against my team, so... Come on, let's show them how tough we really are. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So there's an Elite Four and a gym leader. We can whoop them. See, now he knows who they are. This situation just cooks. The drama and tension sizzles. Flint, the fiery master of fire Pokemon, is going to put you to the test. Obsession with fire. Again, obsession with fire. I don't know how I managed to get myself into this, but show me the skills that got you through the Pokemon League. Hey, I'm feeling the same way, Volkner, don't worry. Anyway, so we've got the good old music, and I love that. It looks like Volkner just smacked Flint in the face. Oh dear. Anyway, so leading with Luxray and Houndoom, they've chosen 3 Pokemon each instead of full 6s. They've got the 2 stars of their shows, and then Houndoom and Luxray, and then their 2 evolutions. That's how this works. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, we just did my job. You just did my job. Thanks, Staraptor. Well, you're going to get taken down with an electric type move, thanks to that Luxray now. But whatever, Barry does have a full team, and so do you, so it's 12 against 6. Which gives you the upper hand. Although I think if all of your Pokemon faint, that's it, you white out. So, okay. Not too sure why you're attacking me when there's a Staraptor right there. Although that did a ton of damage. Flareon, okay. Let's just use Brick Break on the Flareon. Wow, just going all out. Why aren't you using Brave Bird? But oh well, just helping me kill that Flareon, I guess. Surely that Luxray is going to use Thunder Fang on Staraptor now. Surely. Well, miss altogether. Whatever then. I was assuming that that Flareon was going to use Overheat. Anyway, so here's Magmortar. U-turn. Oh well, that's smart. Well done. Did a nice amount as well. Floatzel. Okay, well if you get attacked by an electric type... okay, fine. Whatever. Should have seen that coming, really. But you turning smart, I guess. Although, wow, that did a ton. Floatzel's not particularly defensive, but... it's got high HP, but not really much in the defense department. Okay, well bye Gladiator, you're not going to be surviving that. At this point, I think I may... well, I want that Magmortar gone, really. Because I mean, I could send Spaghetti out and just hit both of those two with Earthquake. But my problem is that Magmortar with a sun-fueled flamethrower is going to destroy me. So I think we're going to Scooby-Doo actually. Okay, well I guess I could have sent in Tangrowth. Let's go for this flamethrower on the Luxray. Just dispose of that thing nice and quickly. I'm assuming that Torterra is going to... oh, it better not use Earthquake. Well, I saw that coming a mile off. Would have been nice to bring Tangrowth in, but I didn't want to risk a flamethrower. The sun's still up. Jolteon. Okay, well provided you have thick fat, that's fairly smart. You charge beam. Okay, well, didn't attack me. It's fine. Wow, oh, okay, critical hit. Fail, you've got the 30% chance of not getting your special attack up. Wow. He took that flamethrower really well. I mean, Jolteon's not really that defensive. But man, he took that like it was nothing. And it had sun behind it as well. I think I'm just going to let Snorlax take out that Jolteon. Just because I would really like to get rid of that Magmortar. Although this probably won't take it out. It might do, but I doubt it. Wow. I know Magmortar's got good Spec D, but that was... nice. Thank you for attacking Jolteon. So, Electivire and Magmortar. Best friends forever. Okay, so what do I want to do? I think I'm gonna... Let's go for Dark Pulse and the Magmortar. Great. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to attack me. Either way. Let's just go for Dark Pulse. That Magmortar's a little more annoying to me at the moment. Oh damn, if only I had Flash Fire. Although actually I'm slower than that Electivire, so it wouldn't matter too much. What are you trying to pull? Are you going to take out that Magmortar or something? I hope you do, that would be awesome. Okay, well. See you, Scooby-Doo, you're not going to be living that. Even with the Intimidate. Yeah, good. Will it take it out though? Nice! This is a perfect time to bring in that Tangrowth. Because I mean, Electivire probably has Fire Punch. However, I'm not too bothered because Tangrowth can take that. It's non-stab, 75, well 150 power, but Tangrowth's got monster defense. Close combat's nice. I like that. And also Staraptor is immune to Earthquakes, so that's even better. But yeah, let's try and take out that Electivire. Ah, just shy of it. Oh well. Yeah, I like that. Whoops, trying to use Sleep Powder. Don't really want to do that. Yet somehow I don't see... Oh, actually I should have used Earthquake. Whoops. So I used Grass Knot just because I was assuming the Staraptor was going to take it out. Oh well, let's see how much this does. Oh nice. Wasn't expecting it to take it out. Well done, Spaghetti. You deserve that level. There we go. Your toughness is something else. We were completely overwhelmed. On me again. Hey, don't burn out on us. Now you're just getting in the way. Ha ha ha, that was a blast. Wow, I could not have made that laugh anymore. I had no, enthusiasm behind that laugh whatsoever. Anyway, our combination came up short, but you're also a lot tougher as well. Promise me we'll do this again. I'll see to take this husk home. See, I got a lot tougher, yeah? Okay, I'm off to the front tip. Thud. What's this all about? What the? Daddy? Oh, if it isn't Barry, you've grown all sturdy. Sturdy, nice. And Sean too, I haven't seen you in a long time either. Barry, your mother told me that you've gone off to the battle zone, so I had to come running looking for you. Certainly did that. So are you two going to take the Battle Frontier challenge? No. The Frontier has 5 facilities that are all dedicated to battling. Each one has a unique set of rules, so they're all different. Of course you have to be good to win at any of them. You don't say. Anyway, I'm satisfied to see that you're both doing well. I'll go back to my usual place in the battle tower. I'll be looking forward to your challenge. My dad is cool, huh? I mean, when it gets right down to it. You think so too, right? Maybe. He's a Frontier brain after all. He's the tower tycoon. I want to be cool like my dad. Sure, and that's the one reason I decided to become a trainer. Oh, what am I going to do? Should I make the challenge now, or do I train some more? Okay, I've decided. I'm going to get tougher by a lot. I finally made it here. There's no need there's no need for haste now. Hey, I just watched you two battle. You're something special, aren't you? Beating Elite Four like that. Duh, you have to beat an Elite Four to get here. Christ. Alright, howdy. The name's Buck. I'm usually training at the survival area or Stark Mountain. You should come up there. You'll get toughened up for sure. Maybe I will. But not now. So essentially, some things you can do now is you can explore this place after you've gotten the National Dex. You can, again after the National Dex, you can go look at swarming Pokemon, which I'll cover after I get the National Dex. Which will probably be in this video, to be honest. You can also get yourself the Super Rod after you've got the National Dex, which is actually, I don't know if I can show you. See that guy that's just cut off by the screen? He gives you the super rod, but obviously you have to move these moves, and you do that by getting the National Pokédex. So yeah, I mean there isn't really much to do here. You can go to the Battle Frontier, I think, but it's very tough to beat there. I will cover Battle Frontier because I quite like this Battle Frontier. Not as much as Emeralds, but this is still quite good. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's happening here. So I think what we'll do is we'll head over to. Actually, I guess I'll heal. That might make sense. And I'll get an HM Slave. And I think we'll go to Lake Acuity first, so we can get Uxie. Just because we may as well do it in order. You don't need to catch Mesprit. You just need, or even to find it, you need to go to Lake Verity, and well, I'll show you, but essentially all you'll do is just click on it and then you'll have registered it, so you don't have to do anything too special. Ricky's not going to be doing too much in this battle, really. I mean, I'm going to want to try and concentrate on using Spaghetti, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so there's no point flying, let's just go back to Snow Point. How did you just turn that ship round? Whatever. Anyway, so let's head up to Lake Acuity. I really wish you didn't need rock climb for this, but whatever. Oh, I need a repeller. I'm not gonna try. Oh, it's at the top. Up and around, come on. Okay, so yeah, let's head over to Lake Acuity. Moving as slow as a snail, of course. This is the one time we actually have to come here. We don't have to come here again. Thank God, I'm so sick of the snow here. I mean, I like this area so much, but it's just... Did I actually end up getting that TM that was over here? I think I did, but I'll double check. Yeah, I did. Even if you didn't watch that episode, I think it's Blizzard, so... Which you can just buy for 3,000 or whatever at Veilstone, but, you know. Anyway, so let's head into the cave. Some cool music, and then we'll just quickly save. So yeah, I mean, Uxie has the same catch rate as pretty much any legendary that isn't Dialga or Palkia at this point. So keep that. Oh, do I have Pokeballs? There isn't really much point of me doing this if I don't have Pokeballs. Come on, I haven't really done much for you to save so long for. Let's double check. 12 Pokeballs, 16 Dusk, 9 Ultra. That'll do. You'll probably want Dusk Balls. Dusk Balls work the best. So this is Uxie. Should have a nice entrance to this battle there. And shouldn't have also taken so long. But whatever. I'm starting with the wrong Pokemon. Whatever. So this is Uxie. Both of my stab moves are resisted, and this thing has monstrous defences, so... Yeah, I think I'm just going to switch. As you saw, that just did nothing, so... Let's just go in Spaghetti, which I should have led with, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. Grass Knot will do pitiful damage anyway. When you're going through this, it's probably best for you to catch Uxie first. The reason being that Azelf, well, you saw that Uxie had amnesia. Azelf has, I really hope this doesn't take it out, but anyway. Azelf has Nasty Plot, which raises its special attack by 2 stages, so if it gets too many up, it is going to be doing a ton of damage. Just going to be sweeping you. So what you can do is, Uxie has amnesia, so what you can do is you can use that into your advantage by setting up Amnesia for the fight, and then just keeping it up so that its Swifts and Uproars will be doing pretty much the same amount of damage all the time. However, you must be careful of a critical hit, obviously. Anyway, so just weaken it sufficiently, that's probably good enough really. Just put it back to sleep. Some Future Sight. Not too bothered about that really. Yeah, so as for moves, at level 50, I think it's got Swift, Future Sight, Amnesia, and Yawn. So Yawn can also be quite helpful for the other one, or I guess Mesprit as well, because you can put them to sleep. However, do be wary because Azelf has Uproar, so which prevents anybody from going to sleep. So when it comes to Uxie, Uxie's a Psychic type. There's Yawn now. Has very good defences. Kind of struggles everywhere else, although it's quite fast. It works out quite well. It is purely a support Pokemon. It doesn't work very well at all as a offensive Pokemon, quite obviously. I mean, its defensive, its offenses are passable. They're usable, but when you compare them to both Mesprit and Azelf, they're nothing. But Uxie has very good defenses and has a very good support move pool, so it works out as a great Pokemon to use. And I mean, it's not an overpowered legendary like Mewtwo or Dialga or something, or Cresselia, but then when you think about Cresselia, you've got to compare the two, and in some ways Cresselia is better, while other ways Uxie's better. Although Cresselia is generally better because it has a recovery move, whereas I don't think Uxie does at all apart from Rest. Of course that is competitively speaking, but if you're not a competitive battler, then whatever. Although, then again, if you're not a competitive battler, you don't really want to be using Uxie just because it's purely defensive. Unless that's your playing style. I personally just run completely offensive, blah blah blah, just plow through everything. However, not everybody's like that. So if you're a defensive player, or you just like competitive play, then Uxie's a good Pokemon. Just try putting it back to sleep again, and then just give this a go. Whoops. Wrong pocket. But yeah, Dusk Balls definitely have the best chance of catching it. I think if I don't catch it by the time it wakes up, I will pause the recording and then re-record when I finally pause it, but we'll see. I'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. Okay, so when I come back, I will begin the recording again after this thing has been caught. So see you in a bit, guys. Okay, well that only took forever. Anyway, so Uxie, the knowledge Pokemon, Psychic type, 1 foot, 0.7 pounds, which is why Grass did absolutely nothing. When Uxie flew, people gained the ability to solve problems. It was the birth of knowledge. No nickname from me. Okay, so yeah, that's Uxie. I think we'll now go catch... Well, I've got to go to Salacion Town very quickly. Just so I can pick up some more Dusk Balls. Right, so yeah, let's go over there. Why am I going into the Pokemon Center? Oh, actually, I guess I should heal anyway. In, out, in, out. Right. Let's just heal, despite the fact that not much really happened in that fight. I had to keep healing Spaghetti, but other than that... Stupid Future Sight was annoying. Anyway, so... let's head in here. And a Dusk Ball, that's what we want. By 31, screw it. Well, I'm not really too bothered about that. I think I will go get that Uxie. Actually, no, I won't. Doesn't really matter at all. Okay, so let's head over to Lake Verity, near Twinleaf Town. I guess really I could have done this before I went to the battle area, or battle zone rather, just because it was right here, but hey, may as well do it all in one big block. So yeah, I do remember that the marking map helps immensely with catching this one. Obviously it's not needed for the other two, but as this is a roaming legendary... Whoops. Fail. Okay, so here's Mesprit. That registers it in your Pokédex. Blinks away. Mesprit flew off somewhere. Hello. What are you doing here? Jordan, that was Mesprit, wasn't it? You've accomplished what I asked you to do at Canal Lake Library. I asked you to get the data on the Pokémon of the lake, and you did. But it didn't provide any answers about the mysteries of evolution. I still don't know why some Pokémon evolve and others don't. Ultimately, it only deepened the mystery. By having mysteries to solve, that adds to the enjoyment. John, why don't you chase after Mesprit? To me, it seemed as if it wanted to play with you. Yeah, I know that. If you were to use the Pokéchat marking map, you'd be able to track the movements of the Pokémon. Go on, Sean. I'm sure that you will keep meeting countless Pokémon and people. Those encounters will keep thrilling you in their own special ways. I hope you'll enjoy that experience. Take care. You too. Okay, so essentially how the marking map works is, it's essentially like the, you know how, essentially in the olden games, whenever you used to track a roaming Pokemon, you used to have to go into their Pokédex entry and look under the area, and it showed like a monster face or the route used to glow where it was. Well, essentially the marking map does the same, however it's constantly on the screen, on the bottom, so you don't need to worry about having to keep going into the Pokédex every single time, which is really helpful. So essentially you can just change between two routes, and then as soon as it's on the route you're on, just go look for it. Also you can set up repels if you absolutely must, because if you don't find it within 2 or 3 Pokemon, then it ends up going to a different route anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'll cover roaming legendaries, all of them, in one episode, I think, just because it's a little annoying having to break it up. And also there's one specific Pokemon that's going to be really helpful for roaming legendaries. I'm not entirely sure, but there's 2 ways you can catch roaming legendaries. There's the mean look way, and then there's also weaken it and then just keep throwing quick balls every time you encounter something. Now I'm not sure, but it could, oh, I don't need to do this. It could be possible that I don't know if status carries over on this game, because in later games it carries over from fight to fight, so you could paralyze it and then it will stay paralyzed. I'm not sure if that works with sleep. It might do, but it definitely works with paralysis. I don't know if it works in this game though. But you could always do that, because it essentially gives you a very good chance of catching it right off the bat, and you don't have to spend all this time trying to keep your mean looker alive. But yeah, I'll probably do it the other way, because it's easier to do the mean look method in Diamond and Pearl, because in Turnback Cave, in the after game obviously, you can go to one of the very back rooms, and you can catch yourself a Golbat that knows mean. Well, you have to reteach mean look, but it's at like level 67, and if you evolve into Crobat, then it's dead fast, and can mean look it before it gets to flee. So yeah, here's Azelf. I think we'll shall Spaghetti up front. I mean, I could put Scooby-Doo up front because it's immune to. Actually, it doesn't have a psychic type move. Never mind. So let's just save, I think. So here's our very last Pokemon. The one that we haven't seen yet. And after we've seen this, we can go get the National Pokédex. Oh, and be prepared, by the way, there are a ton of Pokemon reviews coming up. For swarming Pokemon, I'm just going to rate them out of 5, because having to review all of that in one go would take the mick. But I am going to do all in one go and all proper for the Super Rod encounters, which I'll also include in this episode, but I'll do an outro before I do those, just in case, so you don't have to watch them. But I'll whiz through the swarms. Anyway, so here's Azelf. Let's go into it. Slight lag. Just warps into it. It should have a nice battle scene, but obviously this sucks. So here's Azelf, level 50. First thing I'm going to do, put it right to sleep. Because that nasty plot can get deadly very fast. Now this payback may do a ton of damage. I'm just hoping it doesn't knock it out. Let's see. I hope it doesn't do that awkward amount of damage. Oh, that's perfect, nice. So let's throw a Dusk Ball. So since I've weakened it, I may as well go into its review now. So this is Azelf. Psychic type, just like its other two. It's essentially the same Pokemon as Uxie, however its offences are switched with its defences, so it becomes quite frail, but gets very, very offensive, base 125 in both attack and special attack. Also learns good moves as well, gets that nasty plot, which is amazing, gets Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Psychic, doesn't get Ice Beam, which is a little annoying, but hey. It can also still work as a support Pokemon, although again Uxie is better at that. But then Azelf is faster, so you can think of it like that. Let's put it back to damn, that's not good at all. I hope this doesn't miss. Good. But yeah, Azelf is a great Pokemon. It hits very hard all the time. I mean, it's commonly used as a special attacker, but it definitely can be used as a physical. It's just because of that nasty plot being so good. But it's a great Pokemon. Great in competitive play, great in the Battle Frontier, great in regular play. It's just amazing. So it's definitely worth using. Again, if I don't catch it before it wakes up, I will pause and restart when I've caught it. Just because I don't want to waste too much of your time. I don't want to just keep talking about how I'm not catching it. It's all down to luck. And the random number generator hates me. Stupid thing. It doesn't like me for legendaries. It was nice to me for Zapdos, but it wasn't nice to me for any other legendary I've caught on screen yet. So, hey. Okay, so, oh god. This is really, really not good. I hope I can put it to sleep before it swifts again. Oh nice, that's awesome. Don't miss. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, I'll pause and restart in just a sec. See you in a bit. As soon as I ended that recording, I caught it. That's fun. Okay, so that was nice. Nice and lucky. So Azelf, the Willpower Pokemon. Psychic type, 1 foot, 0.7 pounds, just like its other two. When Azelf flew, people gained the When Azelf flew, people gained the determination to do things. It was the birth of willpower. No nickname, you get nothing. Nothing. Okay, so yeah, that's essentially it. We have all 210 Pokemon of the extended Pokédex. So yeah, essentially once you've done that, you need to be heading to Sandgem Town and meet up with Professor Rowan and hopefully a familiar face. Well, as in hopefully you know who he is. You should. If you care about Pokemon in the slightest, you should. Let's talk to you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi Sean, may I see your Pokédex? Oh my gosh, you've seen every kind of Pokemon in Sinnoh. Hey, let's go show your Pokédex to Professor Rowan. Fine. Hello. Ah, Sean, you come to show me how your progress on the Pokédex. I'm stumbling all over everywhere, and I'm doing it again. So you've seen 210 Pokemon. Excellent work, Sean. The Pokemon of the Sinnoh region are being added to your Pokédex. This will certainly help with my studies of Pokemon evolution. Oh, hello. Greetings, Professor Rowan. It's been a very long time. I'll tell you, Sinnoh certainly is a long trip from Kanto. Of course, if it means meeting new Pokémon, there's no distance too great for the likes of us to travel. Oh, if it isn't my old colleague, Professor Oak. I should have expected as much from the world's authority on Pokémon. It was just a joke. Where there's Pokémon, you'll find Oak. It's good to see that hasn't changed one bit. Oak, let me introduce you to my young assistant. This youngster has filled every page of the Sinnoh Pokédex for me. Well, I haven't caught them. Ah, well, very glad to meet you. As you've heard, my name is Oak. Or Sam. But I don't know why nobody addresses people by their first name, anyway. I've been hearing a great deal about you from Professor Rowan lately. He's been exuberant in praise about a fantastic young trainer. I see that you live up to... No, that you've surpassed his praise. You've also got an impeccable sense of timing. You see, I had an errand to run for Professor Rowan on my visit here. He asked me to bring the data for the National Pokédex, you see. So since you're here, let me upgrade your Pokédex to the National mode. After all, there are many kinds of Pokémon in this world of ours. So we get the National Dex. I'm afraid it won't be easy to complete the National Dex. However, I'm sure you'll make an honest attempt on our behalf. Have no fear, Sean will get the job done. By the way, Professor Oak, what compelled you to visit this region? Oh yes, I've heard that the Pal Park is now open. If I remember correctly, it's on the end of Route 221. The Pal Park has a special system that attracts every imaginable kind of Pokémon from every region. That essentially allows you to import Pokémon from your Pokemon's Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Greens over to this version. Which is nice. You just catch them in the Pal Park and then you get a free berry afterwards. It's fun. But you can only do it once every 24 hours. I've come to make certain that the system is operating properly. That looked like a typo. Oh. Sean, you should make an effort to visit the Pal Park too. Oops, I'll be late for my meeting if I don't get going. Yeah, chatterbox. Okay, it was a pleasure meeting both of you. Bye now. Goodbye, Professor Oak. We'll see him again, don't worry. Off he goes, as busy as ever. Now Sean, I have a gift here as your reward for completing the Sinnoh Pokédex. So we get the Poké Radar. I'll cover Poké Radar later. Poké Radar is a lot to cover. Use it and it will indicate grass patches where Pokémon are lurking. I've prepared that to help my field assistants put together the Sinnoh Pokédex, but you took care of that. I'm sure it'll be useful for your goal official Pokédex. Right, that was a lot of talking. Okay, so as soon as you get the National Dex, you can now find swarming Pokémon. You find swarms by going to Dawn's house and speaking to this girl. Oh hi Sean, there was a news on TV saying there was a massive outbreak of Pokemon. Okay, I thought she actually told you. I thought it actually told you the name of what Pokemon it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I was certain it was, but maybe I haven't done something or whatever. Anyway, so yeah. In fact, now, okay, what I'm essentially going to do for the rest of this episode is I'm going to cover the swarming Pokemon, give them a rating out of 5, and then I'm going to head over to the battle zone and pick up the Super Rod, and cover all of the new Pokemon you can find with the Super Rod before ending the episode. However, since it's going to be a ton of Pokemon reviews, and I mean a ton, it's just going to be awful. So if you don't want to see that, just end it here. If you like, subscribe, blah blah blah, whatever, usual stuff. But yeah, if you're going to do that, see you next time. If you're sticking around, the kind of Pokemon you can find swarming is Doduo on Route 201. That gets a 3. Zigzagoon on Route 202 with a 2. Cubone on Route 203 gets a 3. Larvitar on Route 206 gets a 5. Phanpy on Route 207 gets a 3. Dunsparce on Route 208 gets only 1. Snubbull on Route 209 gets a 3. Spoink on Route 214 gets a 3. Drowsy on Route 215 gets a 2. Delibird on Route 217 gets a 1. Voltorb on Route 218 gets a 2. Farfetch'd on Route 221 gets a 1. Skitty on Route 222 gets a 1. Natu on Route 224 gets a 3. Makuhita on Route 225 gets a 4. Krabby on Route 226 gets a 3. Spinder on Route 227 gets a 1. Beldum on Route 228 gets a 5. Do be wary with Beldum. If you get a Beldum encounter, make sure you stock up on Pokeballs, because that thing has a legendary catch rate. It's as tough to catch as Uxie, Azelf, Mewtwo, those kind of things, so be very wary with that. Anyway, moving on. Pinsir on Route 229 gets a 4. Corsola on Route 230 gets a 1. Electrike at the Valley Windworks gets a 4. And finally, Slackoff at the Eterna Forest gets a 3. So we've got a wide array of Pokemon there, ranging from awful to very, very good. But yeah, let's head over to the Battle Zone and pick up that Super Rod, and we've got some more Pokemon reviews coming our way. So essentially the best Pokemon are Larvitar, Beldum, Pinsir, Electrike, and Makuhita. Judging by me anyway, I mean, that's obviously just my rating. It all depends on the person. A Super Rod is really good, wouldn't you agree? Where have identical mind? Take the Super Rod. You sound like Professor Rowan. Okay, wherever there's water, try your luck at fishing. Okay, so, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I don't think I've healed actually, so while I'm doing all of that, we have a ton of new Pokemon, and I am sorry. First of all, only in Diamond and Pearl you can find Clamperl on Route 219. Clamperl evolves into either Gorobis if you trade it while holding the Deep Sea Scale, or evolves into Huntail if you do the same but with a Deep Sea Tooth. Clamperl on its own sucks, quite frankly. However, if you evolve it, then if you evolve it into Gorobis, it becomes a fantastic Pokemon, learning some great moves, has very good stats but is very slow. Huntail is also okay, however, Gorobis outclasses it because water types are generally better as special attackers, and Huntail is a physical attacker and gets outclassed by Gyarados. So yeah, Gorobis is good, Huntail is okay but not amazing. On Route 220 you can find Chinchou, evolves into Lantern at level 27. Chinchou and Lantern are both water-electric types, a unique type at this point. Has a very good offensive type, however it's not very offensive. Has a monstrous HP stat and pretty good special defense. So it works good as a special ball, has great support moves. Even if you want to use it offensively, its special attack isn't terrible, it's just not that great. But yeah, I mean, it learns good moves, regardless of whether you use it in a supporting role or offensively. It's just a great Pokemon. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Next, in Canalave City, you can find Staryu. Staryu evolves into Starmie through the use of a Water Stone. Starmie is a Water Psychic type, picks up that Psychic type when it evolves. Starmie, as probably everybody knows at this point, is amazing. It has good defensive stats, despite quite low HP, so that kind of lets it down a little. It has great special attack and is blisteringly fast. Also learns a pretty good moveset. I mean, it gets pretty much perfect coverage with its moves. And even if you don't want to use it for that, it learns Rapid Spin, which gets rid of Stealth Rock, which is one of the most influential moves in the competitive metagame. But if you don't want to use it for competitive, it's still a great Pokemon offensively. Next on Iron Island, you can find Quillfish. Quillfish is a water poison type, has pretty good physical attack and physical defense, and decently fast. However, it gets completely outclassed by Tentacle. It gets a niche in Black and White when it gets Intimidate as a hidden ability, but for right now, not useful, sorry. On the north part of Route 205, you can find Shelder. Shelder's a water type and evolves into Cloyster through the use of a Water Stone, and then picks up an Ice type. It has a monstrous defense stat, like it beats even Deoxys defense. Second only to Steelix, I think. Maybe Bastiodon has higher, but I think Cloyster's just after Steelix. But it has quite low HP, so that kind of lets it down a bit. It's very good defensively actually, it has a great defensive move pool. However, if you don't want to use it defensively, it has very passable offensive stats. It gets even better in black and white when both Icicle Spear and Rock Blast become, well, Rock Blast becomes more accurate, and Icicle Spear gets a massive power boost, which is incredible with its special ability called Skill Link, which is available in this generation. However, Rock Blast is very inaccurate, and Icicle Spear is rubbish compared to Ice Beam, so it kind of lets it down. And also in Gen 5 it gets Shell Smash, so it's just amazing. But for this game, pretty good. There are better water types though, so yeah. It's very good defensively though, so do keep that in mind. In Mount Coronet, in the room where the waterfall was, I'm not entirely sure where that is, it's near the top anyway, you can find Dratini. Dratini is a dragon type, evolves into Dragonair at level 30, and finally evolves into the mighty Dragonite at level 55. Dragonite, as everybody knows, is just amazing. It has amazing stats, it's very good defensively. Isn't particularly fast for a Pokemon that's that powerful, but it's fast enough. Has a monstrous attack stat, good special attack, decent HP, learns a ton of different moves, like so many, it's not even funny. You can learn so many different sets. Even in black and white, it can start to pick up a defensive set. I mean, it's just amazing. It's so worth you can use. However, in this generation, you really got to compare it to Garchomp, who is better as an offensive Pokemon, really, which kind of lets it down a little bit. But Dragonite is still amazing, so do keep that in mind. In Celestic Town, you can find yourself a Corphish. Corphish evolves into Crawdaunt at level 30, and then picks up a Dark type. This was Crawdaunt's generation, because it has now managed to finally get itself a physical Dark type move and Water type move, which is amazing for it. Thanks to that, it now has some great moves to use. Is very powerful, has an amazing attack stat. Is quite slow though, so do keep that in mind. If you want to compare it to Sharpedo, who's also the other Water Dark type, Sharpedo is very frail, is a total glass cannon, while Crawdaunt is slower but still is equally powerful, though not so much in special attack, and is better defensively but not amazing. But anyway, speaking of Sharpedo, in Diamond and Pearl you can find it on Route 213. As said before, it's a Water Dark type, glass cannon, it's very powerful, especially on the physical side, very fast, but has pitiful defences, like seriously. Even a resisted hit will take it out, so be careful with it. Also in Diamond and Pearl, on Route 223, you can find Wailmer, which evolves into Wailord at level 40. Wailord is okay, it's got fantastic HP, but its defences really let it down. His good offensive stats, but completely outclassed by the water types, so not really, it's usable, but it's not amazing. At the Pokemon League, you can find Luvdisc. Luvdisc is a completely useless Pokemon, sucks in every sense of the word. However, it is worth teaching a Pokemon Thief and fighting those at the Pokemon League, because they give heart scales quite regularly, so that's quite a nice way to get them. In Diamond and Pearl on Route 225 you can find Poliwhirl, although it should be noted that you can find Poliwhirl on Route 227 while surfing, in Platinum as well. Poliwhirl evolves into Poliwrath through the use of a Water Stone, or evolves into Politoad through the use of trading while holding a King's Rock. Poliwrath is a Water Fighting type, good defensive stats, decent physical attack, but quite slow. It has very even stats, but its typing doesn't really help it that well. To be a bulky water type, you've got to have slightly better defences and also a better secondary type, or not have one at all. Like Empoleon's type, for example, or Tentacruel or something. I mean, it's okay, but it's not amazing. As for Politoad, it's still just a pure water type. Has good special attack, very good special defence, it's a little slow, but has good HP as well. picks up some good moves. It really is it's a decent Pokemon. It gets up class by water types as well, but yeah, it's okay. Obviously in Gen 5 it becomes amazing when it gets the Drizzle ability, but as for right now it's okay. On Route 226 you can find Seadra. Seadra evolves into Kingdra while trading, holding a Dragon Scale, which can be found while fighting Seadra. Kingdra has very balanced stats, and those balanced stats equate to they're all very good stats. It has base 95 in every single one except for HP, which is 75, and speed, which is 85. However, it doesn't really have good moves, but it basically just has to rely on its stab moves plus ice, unless you give it a hidden power, probably just grass or electric. Although Water Dragon is a good offensive type, it's resisted by very few Pokemon. The only two I can think of are Dialga and... oh no, not Dialga. Well, Empoleon is one, but I can't think of any others. Empoleon is definitely one though, but it's not resisted by much. But yeah, good moveset. Can learn Dragon Dance to go with Outrage and Waterfall. But it's not amazing, but it's okay. Also on Route 226 you can find Relicanth. Relicanth is a water rock type. It's okay. It's incredibly mediocre. It's just meh. It's not really usable till Gen 5. Just adding this in quickly, at the resort area you can find Magikarp. Now what's special about this is you can find Magikarp at level 1 all the way up to level 100. You can find massively high level Magikarp there. Also the marks the first time in a game where you can catch a level 1 Pokemon in the wild. I guess also level 100 as well, but without hacking of course. One also little thing I forgot to mention was that on Route 230 in Platinum you can find Wowman. But that's pretty much it. That's all the Pokemon you can find with Super Rod, and also while swarming. I'll talk about Poké Radar another time. It's quite a lot to cover. I may do it on the next episode, we'll see. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of the episode. I wasn't going to promise you anything else, sorry. Well, we've accomplished a lot on this episode. We got the National Pokédex, we caught, well, 2 of the 3 Lake Trio. We got to the battle zone, and we took on an Elite Four and a Gym Leader in the same battle. But yeah. So, on the next episode, we'll probably start exploring the battle zone, heading up to the survival area. But yeah, until then, see you next time guys.